Okay, so I know I said this in the last one, but I really don't know how long this review is going to be because this movie couldn't catch my attention. I gotta pay attention to some of it. Well, like there's some things in this that caught my eye, but I was interested more in like, so I, as I often do, I'll start watching a movie, and then I'll start trying to look a movie up, get information, that sort of thing. There's no Wikipedia page for this. There's an IMDb page for it, and it's very little of anything. Absolute Aggression, 1996. He gives you a synopsis, or it gives you a summary, no synopsis. You don't get any kind of thing. Good out for this. When I started watching it, this looks like very low budget direct-to-video fare. And after looking at my information, yeah. So like I said, Robert Davi is in this movie, as I mentioned at the end of the last review. So I'm like, I'll just go to his page and try to find it. On his Wikipedia page, you will not find Absolute Aggression listed, but you will find a movie called Cyber Vengeance. Now, why is this important to this movie? Well, because the character in this movie is named RJ. What is it? R.D. Crowley. And if you look at his credit for Cyber Vengeance, he's credited as R.D. Crowley. So what? What is it? Cyber Vengeance came out in 1995. This came out in 1996. So is it a sequel? No. Is it a film that's loosely connected to it? No. Does it have anything to do with Cyber Vengeance? Yes. It is Cyber Vengeance. Kinda. So, see, what they did was they re-edited Cyber Vengeance into a completely different film entitled Absolute Aggression. Yeah. Now, I don't know, because I can't find... I'm like, well, I'll just try to find version, Cyber Vengeance. I'll just do that, right? And, you Google a movie, it shows you where it's streaming, right? And it says, oh, streaming on Tubi. But you click the Tubi thing, and it takes you to the Tubi website, and it leads you to Absolute Aggression. So only that cut exists on Tubi. I didn't look if it was on YouTube. Eventually, I want to see that cut. There is a Blu-ray. Vinegar Syndrome released a Blu-ray. Maybe eventually I'll get my hands on it. I want to see the original cut. This is... as I don't know... Basically, this version is... So, what I find is that they changed some elements. Like, in Cyber Vengeance, from what I could find, that takes place in 2005. This movie says that 2005 is when this idea of putting people in the games, criminals in the games, and throwing them to hunters, started in 2005. Because we had that technology back then. And that this movie actually takes place in a far future year of 2011. This movie came out in 1996/95. You're going by... Either way, they thought by 2005 or 2011, we're going to have that much technology. We barely have that technology now. In 2026, let alone that point. And like the first scene is like a dude, and it's a weird shot. Like the camera is underneath, and the dude is smoking a cigarette, and some weird cyber cop comes up. That's illegal. You're under arrest. That gives you a year. A year in prison for smoking a cigarette. And can we stop? Because I thought of this right away. I've seen movies and TV shows do, oh, in the future, smoking is illegal. They're never going to outlaw smoking. It makes too much money. The tobacco industry makes way too much money off of it for it to ever be categorized as illegal. There's no way. It makes too much money for them to make it illegal. I don't care. There's no law you could ever pass. There's no law you could ever present to a court that they're going to go, oh, okay, anti-smoking. No, it makes too much money. There's no way. I've seen it in many other, well, that's illegal here. In the future, it's illegal to smoke. And our main character's name is Will, I guess. And he plays the games as a hunter, and then is eventually put into the game as someone being hunted. And there's a hacker. Again, I'm trying to loosely go through what this movie's trying to tell me. Hacker hacking in, and so Davi keeps sending in some guy to find out who the hacker is. And there's other people also trying to find out who the hacker is. And there's just gratuitous sex scenes. Well, one of them is not. It's gratuitous tit shot, but like, there's a scene. It makes no sense. Maybe in the other movie, we're like, it's clear that Robert Davi was only here to film for like one day or whatever. For the other movie he did, whatever. Every scene of him, he's either just standing in a control room or sitting in a chair smoking a cigar. Which, by the way, is supposed to be illegal. We just find out, but he's smoking a cigar. Like, isn't that supposed to be illegal? Is he the only one allowed to smoke? Only other than higher-ups allowed to smoke? And before everyone goes, well, it's not the same because you don't inhale a cigar. It's still bad for you. It's still bad for you. It's like, oh, in the future they outlawed all junk foods, and it's like that's also never going to be outlawed because they also make a lot of money because there's a lot of junk food people out there. I mean, yeah. But like the scene I'm talking about is that Will is in the game and he's in prison in the game, which kind of doesn't make any sense because you're already technically a prisoner. Why you not? And this very lovely woman comes in and he's like, I know you're not real. You don't, I'm not attracted to you at all. And I'm not going to do anything, he says. And she goes, he wants you to do this. Okay, so they just start to take her shirt off. You see the tits. It cuts before anything happens. It's just like, I'm like, what was the point of that? To get tits on screen? There's another scene later that I burst out laughing because it's so fucking stupid. So like, there's this other dude that works with I don't know his name. This other dude that works for the Resistance, I guess is what they are. And there's this one chick, I also don't know her name, whose name I do not know, who works for Davi. I'm going to call him Davi because and so she starts fucking this guy, and they're going to town. And like, she just starts questioning him, and he's telling her stuff, and he's like, oh, is this his big idea? He goes, no, it's my idea to fuck you. He just wanted me to kill you. And then she's still up at him, and she shoots him in the face. She shoots him in the head a couple of times, and she's still fucking him. And she's getting off on it as she's going. I don't know why I'm doing that. As she's going, I'm like, really? She got off on it. And yes, this would be possible because if a man dies during sex, his penis can stand erect for at least another hour or something like that. So, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it would at least still be erect for her to do that. Right? I'm just sitting there like, what is this movie? And I couldn't tell you how the movie ends because I got distracted. According to Man v Film, which is a video I watched, because I tried to look up a review for Absolute Aggression and couldn't find shit. When I searched Cyber Vengeance, I found a few reviews, one for Man v Film. And this was his review of Cyber Vengeance, mind you. He says that film has a sort of non-ending. I couldn't tell you anything. All I know is I looked at the screen and there were credits as if it was a TV show. And like, I saw the trailer for this on IMDb, and it reads like it's a pilot for a TV show, but I guess it wasn't. And then Cyber Vengeance was the movie, and they recut it into this to be sort of a pilot film. But this movie's an hour and 20 minutes. It feels longer. There's a point where it's just like, is this movie over? Because it's like it just goes on and on and on and on, and it's something I did notice. I noticed it earlier on. Like something feels off. After finding out this is a recut version of Cyber Vengeance, yeah, it does feel like the film just goes from scene to scene to scene. There's some correlation, but there's no transition. Just cut to another scene, another scene, and you're wondering, okay, what was put where? What was edited? What did they reshoot? Because there's some different cast in Cyber Vengeance than there is here. So what was added? The casts are different. Did they bring some actors back? The main character on Cyber Vengeance, I don't think he's even in this version. Because the dude has like a mustache, like a dark goatee and hair. Is he in this? I did not see him. But he's on the cover there. And I'm like, is that supposed to be Will? But Man v. Film also brought up Will in that movie. So, like I said, I'm going to have to get a version of that. Maybe there's a version of it on YouTube I can find. But, I don't know. There's not much more I can say about this movie. It's stuck in the mud, or not worth your time. It's stuck in the mud. I don't know. Find Cyber Vengeance. I hear that's a better version, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and roll because I can't. I want to move on. So let's roll. Why does it do that? Roll for the streaming service. One is Hulu again. You know, I'm gonna call. So I've been looking at this. I've done HBO Max in a while. So let's see. I've done HBO Max two times. That's it. I've done Paramount Plus 1, 2. No wait. I did 1, 2, 3 times. 3? HBO Max. Paramount Plus 1, 2, 3. Really? AMC Plus. Tubi I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Peacock. I've done 1, 2. And Hulu I've done 1, 2. I do AMC Plus 1, 2, 3 on AMC Plus. I don't remember what the hell I rolled. Was it a 1? Let me re-roll again, just for fun. A 6 is Peacock. Okay, that's better. I only got like 2 of those. And then we'll roll for the genre. 4 is sci-fi again. Yeah, let's go to Peacock. I'm kind of interested. Peacock got some stuff. Hopefully they'll have some good sci-fi stuff, you know? Sci-fi. I just did this with sci-fi, and it was better sci-fi. Better sci-fi movies. Better sci-fi. Better sci-fi. Better sci-fi. That was by genre. Sci-fi and fantasy. Alright. These are the top movies that are sci-fi and fantasy. The Mummy is in here. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How is this? Man. How? Why is Shrek? Because it's fantasy. I want sci-fi. This is Megan. Yeah, we'll go here. We'll start at Highlander. And I'm gonna roll again. Okay. 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skipping Harry Potter because it's too many. 1, 2, 3. Actually, Highlander wouldn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, sorry, Reggie. 10. Dreamscape? With Dennis Quaid? It says horror on it. But okay. Dennis Quaid, Kate Capshaw, Max von Sydow, Christopher Plummer, Eddie Albert, George Wendt. I'm in. The cast. I'm in. This lady's yelling at me. Running from an atomic bomb. Yeah, you're gonna get far, lady. It's a very bad screening effect. That's supposed to... Eddie Albert is here. This is a clip. Is that Christopher Plummer? I don't know what Christopher Plummer looked like young. I don't know. That could be him. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do Dreamscape. I'm going to write that down right now. 18 Peacock. Dreamscape. There you go. So what are your thoughts on Absolute Aggression? Don't have something you should like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.